Hello, welcome to Magic with Melly. So, if you need a reading today, it's likely that you're shifting directions or deciding something new or trying to move or waiting for something to happen, something like this. And so if you're looking for a reading, this could be your reading. Okay, so what does the collective need for the highest good of all? What do they need to know right now for their highest good? What do they need to know? I'm hearing you can meet the love of your life at any point now. Like, it's giving someone needs to go out and be discovered and needs to discover. Someone's on discovery mode or like adventure mode, and that's when, and like you or your person is in this. I'm hearing only one person's doing this right now, and so if you're like, where's my person? How come I'm not running into the love of my life? Maybe the love of your life still needs to do the work or something like that. Yeah, so maybe this message is going to help you do that. We have 4 of Wands reversed. Someone doubts I think because you're looking at your success rate and you're like, I don't think love exists. And it's like, you're only going to think that, like, everything before your love of your life is going to fail. So looking at your success rate is not going to help you, because it might be what stops you from trying. Like, you gotta hold hope that the love of your life is maybe the next one, or it will be at that place that you decide to or to not go to. Like, someone's like, if you're like, you want to go and you talk yourself out of it, you might be talking yourself out of meeting the love of your life. Like, don't let your ego talk to you here. Let your spiritual self speak a little more. We have Justice and 8 of Swords reversed. It's almost like you're serving yourself, the energy you always deserved. And you're seeing people almost crumble at this energy. The world reverse. It's like they're crumbling because they wanted you to fall weak to their tactics. But then when you don't let them, and when you still persevere and you still do what you want, maybe eventually, maybe not always. Sometimes, for some of the collective, you always do what you want, but some, it's a struggle out here, right? We have 4 Swords reverse and 8 of Cups. It's almost like this energy is like, maybe meditation's going to show you what to walk away from to help you better serve yourself. Okay, someone could really resonate with hanging out at the park more often. It's literally a public space, public domain. Why public domain came up is maybe because you want to have a YouTube channel or social media, and you have to be careful about copying other people's work and claiming it as your own. Public domain, you avoid that because it's accessible to the public, right? And so, like, if you're like, I don't know where to go, maybe you don't feel safe. That Magician card is almost like you're manifesting a safe space. Or like you're noticing that the space that you are in is not as safe as you thought. And so if you're like, I don't know where to go if I don't go home, or I don't know where to go if I can't talk to so and so, and it's like, you can go to the park, meet a new friend. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Meet a new friend. Some of you are looking for friends in the wrong places, because I'm hearing like Tinder, and I'm hearing like you're even dating in the wrong places, because it's like if you're chasing love or trying too hard to make friends, that's like, it's going to bite you in the butt, because people are going to be able to tell this desperate energy when you exert it, and you're going to have to grieve this connection before, during, and after it starts. Because maybe people saw your weakness from a mile away. If you're chasing things, you must not think that you can have it, and so they use and abuse the energy you have within yourself. Like they can kind of sense like you're not grounded in your opinions or who you are, and you're just like leeching on like maybe not you, maybe someone is in this, okay? Because we have Six of Pentacles. It's like someone needs to focus on equal give and take, and what that is. Knight of Swords. Someone's going to be coming forward with communication. Oh yeah, oh yes. We have a King of Wands, and we have Eight of Wands. We have Ace of Wands. We have Knight of Swords. It's almost like, not almost, it's definitely like this King of Wands wants to tell you about there's a helicopter. You hear that? Okay, so someone's hovering here over a masculine, and maybe that's why there's space, or why there is silence, or why there is a separation, and maybe why you're confused is because someone else was hovering over this masculine, not wanting a masculine to move on. But there's a masculine here that wants to tell his divine partner, whether you're male or female, wants to tell his divine partner about how much he desires his partner, mentally, physically, sexually, all sorts of wavelengths and levels to the desire. But it's giving like that King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, I'm hearing they have tested their desire for you, and they found you to be irresistible, and they tested their desire for you, and they decided you're the one. And you might experience this communication so long as you continue to hold your respect and confidence and integrity. Even if you're struggling with your confidence, struggling with integrity, struggling with your beauty or seeing it or whatever it may be, your struggle still helps you shine. Like someone needs to just continue showing up for self and working on self and discovering core values and your heart, and sharing it. I'm hearing it's important for you to share it, because your person needs to know, so they know how much aligns. For example, if you at the core want to have a certain amount of kids, share that. Your person might have, you know, like they're going to be seeing if they align. Be careful with people who seem perfect. Okay, like there's perfectly imperfect, but then there's like perfect to the point of, is this fake? So if you're questioning if it's fake, it could be. Or you have something blocking you from accepting something true. You're gonna have to figure that one out for yourself or come into a personal reading. But it's giving someone, okay? If you're asking about a specific person, it may or may not be that person. I'm hearing Spirit will reveal who it is when you're ready. Page of Wands reverse. I'm hearing most of the collective isn't ready for the love of their life. So you're being prepped for the love of your life. You don't have to be afraid of going out or betraying anyone or even yourself. Like, on a soul level, you can't betray yourself. It's just another learning experience. Let's see here. I suppose you can betray yourself by not learning from your experiences. Blaming other people, you betraying other people is in some way betraying yourself because it will come back to you. But on a soul level, you can't fully betray yourself. Like it will be a lesson in love. 3 of Cups, 7 of Swords reverse. The energy is here towards walking away from third-party things. We have the Emperor reverse and the 7 of Swords reverse. But like I was saying, there was hovering energy earlier. So someone was probably watching this person, like making sure they don't move on. And it's like they've wanted to move on and they even want to move on with you. But I think maybe they're even thinking like, what if my situation complicates things for them? What if I'm too complicated? What if I can't really change my ways? And blah, blah, blah. Like some people are putting this doubt on this person. So they've maybe wanted to protect you or consider you here and be like, okay, well, they have free will. They can also reject me. Like just because I'm sure about them doesn't mean that they're sure about me. So someone, like maybe that's also what some of the space was for, is making sure that the other person is just as sure as you. Ooh, Justice reverse and Strength. Yeah. 8 of Swords, Page of Swords. It's also almost like, it's like someone didn't know what they were doing to themselves by doing what they were doing to other people. Like, yes, they're like, I'm hearing they're just suffering from reaping what they sow. Someone, yeah, there is almost, it's, I keep saying it's almost like, because not everyone here resonates with that. I think there is just struggles with letting go of certain things, and then the way it appears looks like, oh, this person's not over their ex, but it's like maybe they are, but they're having a hard time. The other energy is having a hard time letting go or something like that. Like, and someone is just really fucking triggered because of like the leech energy. Like, if you were once connected, especially if you were once having sex, you're going to be connected to them. And even though maybe you have energetically or emotionally detached, if the other person has not fully detached, you're going to feel that and you're going to appear as that accidentally. Like, my ex was so triggered by me talking about a fling because my fling hadn't moved on from me. And so my fling was like manifesting me still, like literally looking at photos of me and thinking of me and even probably masturbating to me. And my ex is like feeling that energy, and it wasn't coming from me, but it was sent towards me. Someone needed to hear this. Like, energy can be sent at you and your person could be feeling it. Another case scenario is like, I had someone I tried to move on after my ex, and they were claiming, oh, like, I only want you. But there were people who wanted him. They were previous flings that didn't work out, and they were still testing the water, saying, hey, remember me? I see you moving on, but do you remember me? Do I still have a grip on you? And I felt that, like, it was literally on public display because the person was being tagged. And I'm like, dude, there's something wrong with that. And it's like, oh no, we're just friends. And I'm like, sure, you can keep that boundary, but I don't trust her. And like, the way she's intentionally making me feel this way is giving, she's gonna, like, I just like didn't know him enough to trust that he wouldn't fall for temptation and things, because it's like they've been together before or almost were together before, but then he was like trying to fully be with me, and it's like, you can't fully be with me and then halfway be with them. Like, someone needs to maybe cord cutting ritual, because like, I don't know, it's just interesting. And even be careful with cord cutting ritual, because like, if someone's not ready to let go, and forcing them to let go is gonna like send them into some sort of chaos that you don't know what you're sending. Like, yeah, just don't go against someone's free will. Make sure that it's mutual, that you're cutting something here, that both parties like understand, like, when you say it's over, you know. Masturbation is magical. I was channeling that earlier. 2 of Wands. Oh my gosh, get you someone who can masturbate to just your face. or just you, you know, like, they don't need porn. They don't need other photos of people. Like, you're the one who does the job. Get you someone who's like that, I suppose, that when they see their face, they're reminded of the love they have for you, and that's what gets them going, you know what I'm saying? Or like, when they see your face, or when they're like, you know, they're reminded of the last time, or, you know, get you something like that. Something that's, even when you're apart, you can feel them. I was saying this before, and it's like, sometimes I'll be driving and I'm like, who is thinking of me? I want to know. Because it's like, you could be doing a very mundane thing, and then you're gonna be receiving telepathically or kinesthetically, where you can, like, if you're an empath, you're gonna be like, whoa, my person's thinking about me right now. Oh my goodness. Friends, get you someone who spiritually validates you, where you see the signs. If you've not seen the signs, be fucking careful, okay? Make sure to call in your angels and excuse monitoring spirits, excuse the demons, excuse energies that, like, excuse false entities. Be like, it's not okay for you to pretend to be my angels, you know. Really make sure that you're affirming that you're spiritually protected. Being physically protected, you do have to have your own physical hand in that. Like, you can't just be like, I'm protected, and then like you're like, stab me in the heart, please. You know, like, you kind of have to be careful about what physical protection looks like. Like, you have to be mindful of like manipulating the physical elements. And I say manipulation lightly. I know some people are triggered by that word. Get you someone who masturbates to your face. I can't believe I channeled that. But you know what I mean, like someone who, when they see you, they just get reminded of like the love that exists within you, and the sexy time that you had, something, okay? Two of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Some of you, if you don't know your person yet, it's giving, like, continue to work on yourself. It's giving work on yourself so you can let your guard down a little more, because not everyone's out to get you. Not everyone's against you. Okay, you only feel that way because you're still wounded. Okay, so someone wants you to let your guard down. I think someone understands how traumatized you were and how hurt you are and what it means to heal, and knows that it's a long, excruciating, painful process, but at the other end of it, I think the love of your life is going to be patient or prepared for this. Okay? Someone who doesn't understand where you're coming from or doesn't understand the healing process, hasn't gone through it, and it's giving like space. So maybe they are your person, but they need to get blockages out of the way. Or maybe they're not your person and someone else is like, has done the prep work, is patient enough, right? And so it's giving, if you're not seeing the energy that you want, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist or can't exist. And it also doesn't mean that it doesn't or can't exist in the person, but holding space for, okay, my person can come into my life, or this person can become that person if I give it time. And in the meantime, you're expected to do some extra work too, because if you're like, oh, this person has to do some work, you too. I don't want anybody to get torn up. And baseball could be significant. Someone saying yes more often, or saying amen. Someone could enjoy the color yellow, or enjoy feeling from their solar plexus a little bit more, regulating. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say regulating your nervous system. This is really looking like the 10 is like, nope, no more, and then now you're here at a 9 and you're like some of you have transferred pain from one place to another. Instead of actually healing it, you're like, it feels better in this area, but then you've like put it somewhere else. Someone's work needs to just feeling it to heal it, like really feeling that heartbreak from something in the past, really feeling into memories that don't feel nice to return to, but there's a silver lining there, okay? And I'm hearing the silver lining, or like the treasure in it, is you. Remembering that you've always been with you. You've never left you as well. Maybe other people left you. Maybe other people have abandoned you, betrayed you, hurt you, but you've always been there for yourself. Whether you knew it or not, let yourself be there or not, it was still always there. And even when it was missing, right, when being there for yourself was missing, you are multi-dimensional enough to send yourself back to that time and show yourself the love that you needed. Okay, Four of Wands, Page of Cups. You might be new at this. Meditation could be very beneficial for you. Just make sure when you're going into meditation, affirm that you are protected. And then send yourself back to that time and see yourself from a healed or an adult perspective, and tell yourself what you needed at that time. Okay? The Chariot. You're gonna have kind of like an aha moment where you're like, whoa, the reason why I stayed was me, or the reason why I thought or knew about what to do, that was me. That feeling of hope that just randomly came over me, that was me. See, you're always with yourself. And someone can benefit from connecting to their future self more, because your future self knows even a mistake that you're about to make, or a mistake that you don't or do make. It's choice. Your future self kind of diverges a little bit. So if you're like on the fence, you're like, I could go this way or that way, ask your future self, would it serve me better to do this or that? Your future self, despite which decision you make, there's maybe multiple timelines or double timelines from that decision. And it's like, for example, should I spend this $20? Yes or no? The $20, if you ask your spirit guides or your pendulum or your intuition, however you want to think, should I spend this $20? Yes or no? If you ask your future self, there's a future self that spent the $20 and regrets it, or there's a future self that spent the $20 and was like, yeah, that was the best $20 I ever spent. Okay. Your future self has advice to give you. Your current self has advice to give to your old self, you know? And so you can always send it forward or send it back for yourself. And Ace of Cups, I'm hearing that I should end the reading here. It's 2828 as I'm saying this. So that number could be significant. You could be turning 28 this year. 2s could be significant, or 8s. You can resonate with 8. Again, 8s, I'm seeing another 8. Your name could begin or end with, like, your initials could be U, a T, or a W. Threes could be significant. I don't know why, but 3s look like you cut an 8 in half. So someone's either going full circle on things or just a 180. It's fine if you only do a 180. Sometimes you just don't like the direction you're facing, so you need to turn around. Some of you are going full circle and like completely completing cycles. Instead of just turning around and not seeing something, you're like taking yourself completely out of the situation, if that makes sense. Like, and starting over somewhere else, like wherever that means for you. I pray and I hope, I believe that you got this. You're magical more than you think. If you need help unlocking your spiritual gifts, I got you in an energy healing session with crystals. You can DM MagicWithMelly about your interest, and we can set up a conversation or set something up. You will need to deposit something so I can take your and my time seriously. And if you need a personal card reading, I'm all set up on Etsy, okay? I hope everyone stays safe, and I hope you enjoyed the summer solstice that recently occurred. And take care. Goodbye.